Huh. That was weird. I'm back. Apparently, I had to add the fucking program to the OBS to my firewall, to the Windows firewall. It was blocked. Imagine that. Welp. Sorry about that. We were doing good. We had a nice momentum going and all that. Now it's just done. Anyway, that is the way that it goes. No, I'm not gonna react to 21's Goodbye. It's all good though. We still got some people here, which is cool. Someone left a comment asking me to react to a song from 21 when I'm not going to do it. So I don't know. I think we already talked about that in the last live stream. Someone asked me that. But now I'm back. We were talking about fair use and copyright regarding reaction videos and stuff. And to just kind of why am I not going to do a reaction video to Goodbye? Because I don't know, I just really sorry, let me get my thoughts straight. I kind of got distracted by another thing, or just whatever. I don't know. I just don't really want to get involved with that. Would really just rather stay away from it. If that makes any sense, you know, because one, I'm not really a fan of 21, so I don't have any sort of like attachment to the group for that song. And you know, part of me just kind of feels that like my reaction won't be appreciated. I guess, you know, I think I talked about it in my first live chat of the week or of the year. I kind of had a bit of a negative interaction with some fans of CL or possibly 21 as well. So just rather not open myself up to those kinds of people. So I'm not going to. And as far as reading messages elsewhere, no, I am not. I'm only checking out the chat here. So you two are the only people that I'm seeing, or whoever's in the chat leaving comments. That's all I've seen. But we're back once again. And I guess this means, because I want to do a live chat for 60 minutes, an hour minimum, that we're going to be going until 10:30 or so. You know, and I do think it's kind of a shame that I, you know, kind of had the whole idea of you know, doing a reaction video or whatever, even talking about that video, that whole idea kind of ruined by the fact that you know, some fans were kind of shitty. And I honestly cannot say that I have seen your even a link to Music Commander or whatever that is. I can be completely honest about that. I haven't seen it. When did you post that? Because I don't remember. Oh, yeah. No, I have not, because you posted a link in my chat or in my comment section, and links are get marked as spam. That explains it. But what I will do is I will open it up in a new tab and I will listen to it later. Also, I see that your profile is a little inspired, I guess, by the thing. But now I see you. And it was really kind of the same thing that as far as reacting to the 21 song that happened with BTS's last release as well. Where like I didn't really say anything bad about it. I don't remember. I don't think I did. I mean, not any worse than I normally do, which is like I'm just not feeling the song, even though I think I really like the song. I don't remember. Either way, I got whatever it was, got some people upset. I ended up deleting the video because I kept getting harassed over it. Which, considering that one of the people who was, doing it followed me into another video that I uploaded, just kind of like vindicated my decision. And then I was gonna do an album review, but I was just like, no, I'm not even gonna give you guys an album review either, because the fans were kind of shitty. So, that's the thing is I talked about this whole thing in my weekly review earlier in the week. That like people your behavior as fans and the comments and stuff that you leave kind of do have an effect on people, whether you think that they do or not. So you have to be kind of aware that if you're going to go out and attack me for having a for having an opinion that you don't necessarily like, I'm going to be less inclined to do something for you or do something that you might enjoy, or even talk about your favorite group, because I don't want to deal with your reaction. So it's just a thing. Like people don't ever think about that kind of stuff. Like no one considers that like maybe what they're saying, or that the way that they're gonna phrase it or anything like that is not the good way or the productive way to go about doing that. I'm fine with you saying that you don't like or that you disagree with me or anything like that, but like do it in a nice way. Do it in a way that we can have a nice conversation about it, or a nice discussion or debate. It doesn't need to be a fight. You don't need to defend your favorite group. I think too in that video where I talked about it, I really highlighted the thing or the instance and the example for me personally, where I did my reaction video to Twice's debut song, which I said I didn't like it. I didn't think it was very good, and of course I got just absolutely railed on for it, because people didn't like hearing that. It's their favorite group, so they got to go and tell me how I'm terrible and evil and shit like that. And then here we are now, and I really really like their last album. There was a Twice Coaster Lane 2 is really really good. I like it. So I've gone from thinking their debut album is not good and needed some more work to actually enjoying it. And if I personally wasn't committed to listening to like everything that gets released, those initial people's reactions and their comments and stuff that they left would have very possibly driven me away from even listening to any more Twice, because I don't want to be involved with those kinds of fans ever. And I'm sure that you guys as K-pop fans and stuff like that have really kind of have experienced that or seen those kinds of people who give everyone a bad name. Just unfortunate. It's really really sad. But I don't know. I don't really want to just, rail on that kind of stuff all the time. But I don't know. So what's going on with you guys? I know that this weekend it's at least the lunar New Year and all that stuff. So my MCN's been on vacation for the last since since Thursday. The 27th to the 31st is when they're going to be gone. So there's that. And then, of course, K-pop comes back the first week of February, or the first, basically February 1st, right? Super pumped for that. It's going to be great. We're going to have another spectacular month of growth and just more amazing, awesome content and stuff like that on YouTube for this channel. Everything is going to be good. Gonna have a better month than I have this month. So I don't know. So what's your favorite, or what's the release in February that you're looking forward to the most? Because I think for me personally, I think I'm looking forward to who? I don't even know. Red Velvet, maybe? I'm not entirely, to be completely honest, I'm not 100% up to speed on what exactly is supposed to be released in February. I don't know. So I don't know. So what have you guys got coming? Or what have you got on your radar? No one's got anything. That's sad. You gotta have something. One person's gotta have something that they're looking out for. Unless I'm just completely missing the chat, which is definitely possible. And if that's happening, then I'm very sad. The chat's not updating for me. Oh shit, so it definitely was just completely... Alright, that explains it. Chat was not at all... was not at all updating. You sent me... When did you send me a link? I'm sorry, I just completely missed that because the chat wasn't updating on my side. But of course I refreshed it and now I see all these comments. Cool. oh, we were doing great. I don't know, if you're leaving comments on my videos with links, then they're getting flagged as potential spam. Oh yeah, what's her name with the YouTube channel? No, it hasn't been a long time. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. She's the girl with the YouTube channel. Crayon Pop released Dudum Shit, or whatever whatever you would say that song. What was it? I don't even remember how long ago that was. Wasn't that long ago. It was 4 months ago. Crayon Pop had a comeback 4 months ago. It was a sick song. It was amazing. It was great. I loved it. I would say that their last song was probably the best song that they've ever released. Like without a doubt. If you say that the last song and album is like the best, not the best song from Crayon Pop, I will actually fight you. Challenge you to come here and we will fight. I'm just kidding. I won't actually fight anybody because it's not nice. Thoughts on Wonder Girls disbandment? Um, oh, that just reminds me. I was supposed to make a news video about that this afternoon for tonight. Oops. I can do that tomorrow, I guess. But we can talk about that right now. Oopsies. But well, you should listen to it before you accept my challenge. So, okay, so talking about Wonder Girls disbanding. And again, as with like every other group that disbands, I'm not particularly, upset about it. One, I wasn't really a huge fan of Wonder Girls up until reboot. So there's that aspect of it, and then, two, I think that I have, as most fans or a lot of the people who post things on social media and the internet and stuff like that, I have a better ability of just like letting go and accepting reality and like actually using some thought process behind things. So I can just like let it go and not be upset or affected by it. 4 minute disbanded, and I was like, well, that sucks. But, now they're off doing something that they like. So, um, so with Wonder Girls disbanding, I mean, like, it sucks that that there's a group that's been around for 10 years or so. Um, that's disbanding because what's the group that, whereas one of the groups that a lot of people that are fans of K-pop now, that got them into the genre. It's also a group that is kind of partially responsible, or is part of the explosion of K-pop over the last, of course, decade. So that's kind of sad to see that they're gone. I hate this shit so much. I hate this so much. Give me 1 second to close my door. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate this shit so much. Guys, can I get better internet? Anyone willing to pay for that? Or just help fund some like more reliable fucking internet for me? Like, I swear to God. I swear to God. It's ridiculous. It really is. No, I did not say a lot of anything without knowing that the connection is off, because I can see with my streaming software whether it's connected or not, because I got it on my other screen right here. I'm kind of watching it, so I know exactly what happened, and I stopped talking as soon as it got disconnected, because it throws me a little a notification. It goes ding, the little Windows notification thing, whatever. It beeps at me and it says, "Bitch, you lost the internet connection." Also, and I do know for a fact too that it wasn't the software; it's just my internet connection was interrupted, which is such a pain in the ass. It's like ever since, because where the router is at, or where the modem is at, that puts out the wireless signal, is really, really. Oh shit! You're asking me who I would put, and I don't even know, like, anyone. God damn it! So I gotta think. So if I'm building a super group, out of 4 Minute, Kara, Rainbow, Wonder Girls, 21. It's difficult. That's very, very difficult. It is very, very difficult. Especially because off the top of my head, I don't know what the lineup is for like very many of these groups. Um, so what is that? That's a 5 member group. So I think out of 4 Minute, I would probably take. I don't even know, dude. Man, to be completely honest, man, I couldn't give you a good person. I couldn't even come up with a good idea of who I would want from Kara or Wonder Girls. I'm not familiar with either of those groups. 21 as well. Although I would have to say I'd probably take CL. Because I know from 4 Minute, I would probably take. God, this is a difficult one too. Because you're asking me to pick from my favorite freaking group, only 1 member, and I'm like, ugh, like how can I possibly do that? But so right, so out of from 4 Minute, I would take. Who the heck even? I would take what I guess Gayun to be vocal. Jaekyung from Rainbow. I guess Sale from 21. I feel like we need someone to be a rapper. I feel like we need someone to be a rapper. Seal? I guess Seal. I guess Seal could fill that, but I don't know who the hell I would even pick from Kara or Wonder Girls, to be honest. So I'm just gonna have to tap out at what, 3, I guess. Sorry. I'm not. I don't even know anything about any of the girls in either of those groups, unfortunately. Yeah, she's cool too. And Jisuk, she's pretty awesome as well. I don't know. I mean, Rainbow was an awesome group. They were definitely an awesome bunch of ladies as well. Sad that they're gone too, especially after their awesome album. I mean, my interest in Korean music and stuff like that's kind of spread to other things. Of course, I don't have really as much um time time to check out movies and that stuff, but back before I started my YouTube channel, I was like hardcore into watching K dramas. I was watching a lot of K dramas back before I was really into really, really, really deep into this YouTube channel. So there's that. Movies, yeah, I like some movies. I don't know. I don't have very many time, and um the legal options and stuff like that. Were not legal in quotation marks, but the legal options to watch Korean films are kind of limited for me. Um, so there's that, and then food. Duh, Korean food is like the best food that I've ever had. In all honesty, fried chicken. Holy shit. That's an interesting kind of progression. How did you get into Korean movies instead of K-pop or something like that? How did you I would like to see Jonghan and Ren with long hair as well. It would be nice. Make me feel nice that like the long haired males are being represented in mainstream media once again. I would appreciate that a little bit. It could be like the long hair bros are back. That's literally the only reason why I really like those dudes is because they rock the long hair. And I think it's always funny too when you see like pictures and stuff of on the internet stuff like that of guys labeled as like long hair, and I'm like, I was just like it's like medium length hair because I got long hair. I've got long hair. Every other guy with long hair has got like medium length hair. Yeah, I could, man. That's exactly what would happen. I would be like, "Oh my God, there's long hairs back!" Ah, it would be so awesome. It would be great. I would love it. They got to bring the long hair back. I demand it. But I mean, they're just. I mean, it goes kind of beyond that too. I mean, from some of the. I mean, like I don't normally watch a lot of behind the like BTS kind of behind the scenes kind of stuff and other additional clips and things. But some of the stuff that I watched from newest, Ren's a at least back in the day, at least he was an interesting kind of person to me. His personality and all of that was very intriguing. Oh yeah, my hair is super duper long, man. Like yeah, like there you go. That's my hair. It's long, long as fuck. Hair is it took me is I would say it didn't really take me that long to grow it all out. It looks like shit right now, but I mean, what maybe how long? I mean, I've had hair that's about this long for like the last 6 years at this point. I gotta do a better job of taking care of it and stuff, but that's just that's but the whole hair care and skincare and all that stuff is part of the routine and the just daily rituals and stuff like that that I'm trying to you know get into because I just like my life it runs on routine. So if I don't have routine in a lot of things, then it just like crumbles. It doesn't really crumble, but it's different. I would like to learn Korean. I've there was a point where I was teaching myself for a little bit, so I know a little bit, and I definitely at the very least know how to say Korean phonetically. You know, so I can definitely sound all of it out, which is very very helpful. I think I talked about this in my last in one of my was it the last chat or the previous one? I don't remember, but it's very helpful to like actually know how to say groups names and stuff like that. Because sometimes the English the romanization of it is not right at all. Um, but I was teaching myself, and I can't teach myself. It's it requires too much commitment from me or too much work from me without any sort of like guidance and someone like pushing me and stuff like that. So I've been looking for someone to teach me here where I live, and unfortunately I haven't been able to find anybody. Well, apparently there's somebody out here that does, just haven't been able to find who they are. And yeah, so the long hair is kind of a pain in the ass. I'll be honest, but I love it. I would never cut it. Thinking about it and stuff is like, no, I'm not. Makes me gives me anxiety. I'm being a little dramatic about that. It doesn't give me anxiety, but I definitely it would definitely be really weird. There were multiple times when there was a couple of years ago my mom was trying to convince me to cut my hair for locks of love, which is like basically you cut your long hair off, short and stuff, and you donate it to make a wig for cancer patients. And I was like, that's a real good cause and all that stuff, man, but like I like my hair, I can't cut it. And it's like just trying to guilt me into cutting my hair. It's like, I see what you're trying to do. I don't approve of it. I don't know. Okay, so that's cool. So, as far as how you got into movies, so just because I'm like legitimately curious, I would like to, um, because I did, or I would like to like kind of like of course get more into movies and stuff. It's like where do you go to watch movies? I mean, if it's legal or illegal torrenting, or some place that's in a gray area of the internet like that. Where do you go to watch these Korean movies? Because I'm curious about that. It's something, an aspect that is open for ROK Music Review or related YouTube channels and websites and stuff that I might possibly start in the future. Um, to expand into Korean film and TV and other stuff like that. So it would be nice to, of course, be able to consume that media, which I have limited access to at the moment. So I don't really know where to watch too many movies. Yeah, definitely. Memorizing all the members' names. It's hard, man. I don't even do it because and that whole thing kind of just plays into the fact that um myself as a fan, I'm not particularly super concerned about the members, because I'm not a fan of like a handful of groups over all else. I'm a fan of the genre. I'm a fan of the K-pop scene. So it's more important for me to know groups and songs and albums and stuff. Which even I get that wrong. There's a lot of stuff to remember, you know. So I'm not familiar with who all of the members of whatever the groups are. There's the the Korean music scene in general, from music scene in general, from K-pop to um Korean indie is definitely very interesting. There's lots of cool stuff out there that I really really enjoy listening to. Um like I think I actually have bought their music just recently after I found them. Not entirely sure. I don't remember. But there's a band called 24 Hours, which their I guess their latest single called Get It On is lots of fun. Um, there's a female duo. I guess you would consider them rock. I don't know exactly, but they're called Soul Moon. They're spectacular as well. Um, of course, Love X Stereo's electronic duo, which is cool. I mean, it's just the diversity of Korean indie music that's out there that I really really like is just so wide. It is amazing. It's where do you live, Nara? So I'm curious because since you bring up you wish that your country had a developed um had a developed what am I talking about? Music scene. Royal Pirates are okay, but oh, you know what? I want to play this, but at the same time, like I think that it's going to. God, Soul Moon on Spotify has 76 monthly listeners. That's a fucking crime. That is an absolute crime. It's criminal. They should be played more than that. They're so good. They're so good. In fact, I know that I didn't mean to play that. But I know for a fact that I ended up turning on, getting one of my Twitter followers into Soul Moon. So that's great. But so as far as groups, right? There's let me just roll down this playlist here that I got put together on Spotify. Right, so there's Love X Stereo, The Street Guns, Virgo, From the Airport, Cheese is good, Core Magazine, Dead Buttons, Sultan of the Disco. There's more Love X Stereo. Yeah, Neon Bunny. Everyone knows Neon Bunny, right? There's Classic Kwai Project, The Stray. Oh, The Stray, so good. What else is there? Oh, Dick Punks too. Dick Punks is fun. Dick Punks did a cover of 4 Minute and Hot Issue. That's how I got into Dick Punks. I like them. And then there's Burstered as well. Yeah, it's I kind of feel, there definitely is to a certain extent to your to your point about the K-pop genres out there, or K-pop genre and liking indie groups and new and rookie groups and stuff like that, that there is a certain amount of elitism that is in the K-pop, you know, scene and stuff. Where people who are fans of big groups just kind of look down a little bit on other groups, you know. And then of course that whole, which I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's really like that big of an issue, right? But it still is a thing. Comes up every once in a while, I do think, you know, because it's like, um, Twice fans or whoever who are trying who are like desperate on being on becoming the was it the national girl group or whatever the hell the title is for being the top dog as far as girl groups are concerned. Saying that they've beaten out Girls' Generation for that, for that title or for that consideration. And like I don't get what the desperation is or why people care so much about it. You know, I mean, because I think that really it just comes down to, to a certain extent, um, for the fans especially, really just being able to say like, we're fans of the most popular, we're part of the most fandom for the most popular girl group in existence, you know, which is kind of stupid, but ooh, and then they got them on fucking yes. Oh, and this is also criminal. I actually made this. This is cool, man. You guys have got me. Oh Jesus, this thing have got me exploring the Korean indie music. But yeah, as far as Mexico, I don't know anything about Mexico and the music scene. Unfortunately, I guess that means they're not that big. But um, but I mean you gotta sometimes you gotta kind of work for it. It's like I would say that the city that I live in has a pretty poor music scene as well, but at the same time, I don't really know because I haven't actually tried to see what is out there. So you go out there, you got a local venue or something like a small venue, go hit it up, and who knows, what you'll find. Maybe some local group that you wouldn't have ever listened to. It doesn't even have a presence on the internet or Twitter or something like that that you can really follow easily. Maybe you'll find someone you like. And that's kind of the thing is like, following Korean indie takes a lot of work to a certain extent. Um, and it's just kind of the nature of, the indie music scene or the music scene that's not mainstream. That it takes you have to look for the music. The music doesn't just find you, you know. But I don't know. It's a nice thing. And then of course here's the cool thing, right? So if you know a group that you like from whatever from your country that's domestic, if you search them up on Spotify, if they're up on Spotify, then you can go through to it should bring up like recommended or similar groups, and a lot of them will probably be from Mexico as well or something like that. At least related, and that so you can find stuff like that, but I don't know. I mean that's the thing is like I you you gotta look for this stuff, and just try it all out. You never know what you're gonna find. That's part of the reason why I want to cover Korean indie music is because like on one hand doing the work and stuff like that's a lot of fun, but I don't have the time to do it all the time, and so I want to do it for you, so you guys can just watch my my video that I make covering Korean indie music, talking about a group and a song, and then you can maybe you'll be exposed to a group that you haven't ever heard of before, and you'll like their music. What do I think about 10 centimeter? Um, I can't say that I've listened to a lot of their music or a lot of music. Once or twice, I think, in the like semi-distant past. I know that I have, but I'm not really. I haven't listened to enough to really have a real opinion on them one way or another. That's about all that I can say about that, or that I want to say, because of course I don't have an informed opinion on them so much. But I will definitely check them out. I'm gonna add these people to my Korean indie list. They got 11 monthly. Dude, it's so sad when I look at these groups on Spotify and they got like less than 100 monthly listeners. Like, it's not right, man. It isn't right. Actually, why am I following them, but none of their music is in my playlist? Well, you should check out the ones that I've already done, because I've done, um, dude, I got so many tabs open now. Holy shit. Okay, so I've done. Let's see. Where's my playlist? I can post the playlist in the chat. That's not the playlist. At the very least, right? If you just search the this. All right, that's the playlist. We just put the playlist in the chat. But at the very least, right? Check out the last two videos that I did. It was National Pigeon Unity and Super Task. They're a pretty cool alternative rock group. That song is particularly interesting to listen to. And then the group Dalchon? I guess technically the Korean is Dalchonbom, which is they're really freaking good too. And the song that I talked about, that I covered in that Flashback, is just, oh, it's so good. Flashback is just such a spectacular song. I cannot recommend it enough. It's unreal how good that song is. So yeah, and I'll be making some more, because I've got, at the moment, if I just look here at my playlist that I've got set up, or my queue, I've got a video that I want to make for Luvan, or Luban, or I should say Loban. I guess it's Loban, but Luvan is what the English would be. Then Ellie, and then Only You. So I got three more Korean indie videos that I got to, write an outline for, and then post. That I was hoping to kind of get them released over the weekend, but things got my schedule and stuff got all twisted around and stuff. But those will be coming out in the past. Oh, and then Klang. Oh my God, Klang is a spectacular soloist. She's such a good singer. It's so great. Actually, you know what? If you want to watch Klang, you should fucking watch Klang. I encourage you to check out Klang. I think I posted her on Twitter. But you watch that video that I just posted. Klang is good. Oh, Jesus. Who is that? Livy? I don't know. Hold on a second. Let me see. I'm searching. I'm searching. Oh, it's her YouTube channel? That's her YouTube channel. Um, I haven't heard of her. Don't know who she is. Checking it out right now though. You're not gonna hear it because I got the audio from my computer muted, but that's the thing. I don't know who is she though. That's the question. So yeah. Okay. So who is? Because the name Livy or whatever is kind of familiar. Like I've heard that before, but I don't know. It's familiar. It is familiar. I don't know. Whatever. I'm subscribed to her now. I'll catch her next release. Maybe we'll talk about her. Yeah, but so it did. Okay, so is she just uploading stuff onto YouTube, or is she like actually like a real like legit like she actually releases music? I mean, shit, she probably sells it and all that stuff too. I mean, you can be indie like that as well, but like I fuck I know her previous name. I know Livy. Who's Rock? Who are you asking is Rock? Because nobody outside of that I've dropped so far, other than National Pigeon Unity, is anywhere near Rock. So I don't know. Like I said, man, that name is familiar though. Like I've like maybe a year or two ago. Oh no, I don't know. She's not. Livy is not. At least from the bit of the song that I listened to, she's not. From what I have heard, she is not. Hmm. I don't know. Like I feel like I should have known who she was though. Like I feel like I don't know. Whatever. Oh, that brings me to a completely different YouTube channel I have not been subscribed to yet. And I just searched up Retro Bomb. Subscribe. 20. They got 23 subscribers. They got 24 now. I've not heard of Retro Bomb. It was released on the 20th. That was released last. Uh-oh. My internet's going all because I'm trying to do too many things at the same time. I've made a mistake. I'm trying to do too many things at the same time. I'm sorry. Okay, so just for the future, if you have any, not for the future, but at least for the health of the stream currently, hopefully it comes back, because currently okay, it's going back up. Good. We're almost cool. Or maybe we're not. I don't know. Maybe this is the sign that I should just stop. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna exit Spotify though too. Red zero. I'm uploading nothing right now. That's not good. That's no bueno. It's bad news, guys. It's bad news. It's bad news, bears. This is what the fuck. Now Chrome's not responding. Oh my god. And I can't even. Please come back to me. I hate this shit. Okay, we're back now. I think we should be back. Yep, I'm subscribed to them. I'm subscribing to them. I'm subscribed to Mirrorball Entertainment. I'm subscribed to Purple Pine. I'm subscribed to who else? I'm subscribed to a lot of the indie entertainment companies. Anyway, like I was saying, if you've got any suggestions for like Korean indie groups and stuff like that you want me to check out, send them to me on Twitter. Leave them in a comment on my on one of my videos or something. Just do that. Make it easy on me. Because of course the chat for these videos goes away and I cannot go back and reference them. Even if I recall, like, oh, you guys, someone told me something, cool and useful in this, I can't go back to it, unfortunately. I wish that I could, but I just cannot. But, I mean, Korean indie, it's something that I want to go super hard in over the next year, just grow my presence in that. Be the only I guess K-pop YouTube channel, the only YouTube channel the only channel on YouTube that is actually actively covering and discussing and promoting and just sharing the Korean indie music that I find. Even if I don't particularly like it, like if I recognize that like a ballad song or something is really, really good, that there's people that out there that will really enjoy it and appreciate it, like I'll share it and I'll talk about it. I think that my path towards just working as far as like being a media outlet or something with the music industry, whether it's K-pop or not, or ultimately K-pop would be cool. The idea, man, is I just really think that maybe as of next month or for February, I'm just going to start, going super hard with trying to work out some stuff that if I can do anything cool with any indie groups and stuff like that. So there's that. Also, by the way, I'm not going to be going anywhere for the next 15 minutes because my timer on my software, my program says says 42, that I've been streaming for 42 minutes, which is 42 minutes consecutively for this session. At least this time that this thing's been, since the last time I hit the start streaming button. So I'm not going anywhere, even though YouTube says that my elapsed time for the stream is over an hour at this point. So I'm not going anywhere. But planned content stuff that I'm planning on doing, I would like to, of course, I'm still continuing to do the album. I mean, the reaction videos, that's like my bread and butter. That's going to be for every new release. It's my best opportunity and the easiest way, honestly, to just get a video out there to share what I think about a song. I've got my song reviews, which I'm going to try and do and, turn those around a lot faster than I have over the last few weeks. More album reviews, because I don't think I've done a particularly good job, really, of covering a lot of the albums that have been released this month. So for February, I'm planning on doing more of that. There's my weekly review where, I got segments and stuff like that. Just recap the last week of stuff that I covered, highlight fan comments, highlight I got a bunch of different segments and stuff, which if you watch it and you think it's cool, whatever, any sort of ideas for segments that you can do that I can include in that is also appreciated. The weekly review is kind of like a podcast format. So it's, my last one I think is like half an hour long or 20 minutes or something like that. So, I mean, I just sit down and I just talk, and however long it is, it's how long it is. So I just don't stop until I got nothing else to say regarding the entire week. And then more Korean indie highlights. Not specifically reaction videos for those, but I just want to sit down and talk about those and share it and stuff. And then the one big thing that I really would like to start doing semi-frequently is, covering K-pop concerts, potentially getting interviews with people and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm going to the Hyuna concert in Chicago, which I should probably start planning on, making travel arrangements and stuff like that. But I'm planning on doing that. I've emailed the promoter for that show to ask about the possibility of getting a media pass for that. I have not gotten a response yet, which part of me thinks that they're kind of just ignoring me because they think that I'm just a fan looking to get some free access to the show. But we'll make a sick video that I can put up on my channel, and then next time I send an email to somebody asking for media access, I can drop that. So this is what I did when I didn't have media access. Think about what I could do if I did. So I don't know. I mean, see, I think that there is, on YouTube at least, and in the K-pop community on YouTube, and that right. I think that as there's the internet, right? At least, websites and stuff like that. There is, Soompi, All K-pop, Koreaboo. Those are the big three. Like, there's a bunch of others that I think that get some pretty decent traffic and stuff. But the market for that is just so oversaturated, and everyone's just regurgitating the same, 3 sentences on stuff. X group released this kind of song. It's really good. Or, what do you guys think about this? It's all just like kind of garbage, I think. But nobody's doing anything like that on YouTube or, through video. So why can't I do that? Why can't I be the Soompi of YouTube? That's what I think. I really do think that, and nobody go out and tell him this, by the way, just as a secret between all of us. Or if it were me, right, and I was Mr. Popo, I'd have taken Soulwave and I'd have put it on YouTube. I wouldn't have gone and made his media company or whatever through a website. I'd have done it, put all the articles and all the discussion, all the stuff that he does, put it through on YouTube. That's what I would have done. Because like I said, nobody else does that. And it's the same way with, as you said, with talking about, or, Korean indie music is like, there's no views in it, but nobody else does it at the same time. So, my most viewed indie video that I've uploaded has, I think, 50 total views on it. When you compare that to some of my reaction videos, which have got, 1,000, some of them have got 100. So I mean, I think that it's a niche or a niche, depending on which part of the world you come from and which kind of English you speak. It's definitely an area that can be taken advantage of to seriously like leverage my position and grow the channel. But I don't know. I mean, I really ultimately, right, I kind of envision myself and this channel and stuff like that. The direction that we're heading to, or that I would like to head towards, is, something, I guess, like, kind of being something like, was it KCON TV, and like some like news, like Soompi and stuff like that. You know, that's all good, and that it's fine to not like his rapping voice. I mean, I would definitely agree that it's not really something that everyone really likes. Like, I'm not a really big fan of Jimin's rap voice either, or her voice in general. I think it's kind of annoying, but you know, it's just the thing is it's her it's her style. Not everyone's gonna like it. The difference between me and potentially somebody else is I'm not offended when you say that you don't particularly like an aspect of one of my, well, currently favorite active idols. And the only reason why she's my favorite, one of the reasons why she's my favorite, is because she was a part of my favorite group. But I'm not going to be like, oh, how dare you say something like that about, she's so much better than your favorite. I'm not like that. It's all cool. That's why I'm the best. I gotta stop looking at myself, man. I gotta realize there's a camera right here. I gotta look at you guys. But it's hard as hell. It's really, whoa. It's really difficult. Well, shit. Here's the thing, is that Mr. Popo could get a media pass because he has a media company, right? Or because he runs Soulwave Entertainment. Dre could because, well, shit, he doesn't even have to ask. I'm pretty sure that the promoters and stuff like that are coming to him and on their knees groveling, Dre, please do something to promote our show. I'm pretty sure he got invited to the Got7 show in Miami. Subculture Entertainment, I think, who's putting that on. He didn't ask them. I'm certain of it. It's like someone's got 750,000 subscribers for a K-pop YouTube channel. He doesn't need to go and ask anybody for anything. They just give it to him, which is fine. He's in that position, right? He has the leverage to make it happen. So why the heck can't he? And I at KCON last year, right, I had the opportunity to interview a bunch of, or the indie groups that performed on the stage on Friday. I think it was on Friday, and I was there. Mr. Popo was there because he was interviewing them for his website for Soulwave, and I don't remember who else was there. I think Soul Beats was there. A bunch of other, websites and stuff that, Cult Scene, I think, was there. I don't personally recognize any of those people other than Popo, but, all of those people were there. And then here I am, because I got, I got the in through a friend of mine that I know, who knows the guy who's, you know, I got I knew somebody knows somebody. But I mean, it isn't really a knock on them. You know, they've got the size, they've got the fan base, they've got the, you know, the leverage to say like, hey, I want to cover your event and you're going to get X exposure. You know, where I go to, you know, Subculture Entertainment or K-pop Me or whoever else, and they're like, dude, this dude's only got 11,000 subscribers. It's not even worth our time. But I'm like, whatever. Like I said, I'm gonna go to the Chicago show anyway, and I'm gonna make a sick ass video around their events. They're not even gonna solicit it. You know, whether I get the media access for it or not, I'm still gonna be there. I bought a ticket, you know, and I'll cover it. I mean, I would really love to be in Dre's position, you know, of going to the, you know, of being invited or whatever as a, in the position. I would like to be in the position that Dre is in right now, you know, because he's got all of these really really cool opportunities to do some really really cool things, make some really really cool content for his audience and stuff like that. And you know, he does, but at the same time I think that you know, he's not really thinking about, you know, how can I make something that's valuable to my fans. You know, he's taking the opportunity to do something that's value that he gets a shit ton of value out of, you know, being able to be like, you know, close with Got7 in Miami. And then he brings the audience, he makes a vlog video to bring the fans along with him, you know, which is cool, right? I mean, the fans like it, and that's really all that matters. But you know, I would be like, hey, so can we do something cool to like give back to the fans, you know, give something to the people that aren't going to get to be there, you know. But you know, my way isn't any better than his way, and his way isn't any better than my way. It's just different. So I mean, I don't really have an. It sounds. I guess it sounds like I'm criticizing, but I don't think I'm not really criticizing. It's just I'm noticing like, you know, he takes advantage of these opportunities in a different way than I would. You know. And yeah, the fans that go out, that, you know, go to defend their favorites and all that stuff are really really annoying. They obviously, I think I did say this in the earlier in the stream. I said it previously in, you know, my weekly review and all that stuff. They give people they leave a really really bad impression for a lot of people. You know, like I used the example of Twice. You know, I didn't like their debut song. I didn't like their debut album. I voiced my opinion. I said that it was rough around the edges. It could use some more polish. You know, like there was a good song in there, but it just didn't shine as brightly as it could. You know, and then I got roasted for it. And, you know, here we are today. And I think that TT and their newest album are really, really good. You know, and if I wasn't making these YouTube videos, if I wasn't, you know, if I didn't have the commitment to cover K-pop music as deeply as I am, then, you know, then I very potentially could have been turned away from Twice just because their fans are shitty, or at least my interaction with a segment of their fan base or fandom was shitty. So they ultimately, I think they turn people away at the end of the day. Whether it's a lot or not, of course, I can't say. I don't want to say, you know, what I think, but I personally definitely would have been one of those fans that would never ever consider listening to Twice again after getting the shit that I got for saying what I thought about, you know, about their song. Just sad. It's really sad. Like it just feels like they're, insecure about it. I know. That's and as far as like being in Korea and stuff and getting easy access and stuff like that, it's like I fucking wish. Because as I said, and this is not a secret, man. I will shout it from the rooftops because it's so cool, right? It's so cool to me, and it's so awesome that I have the opportunity, that I'm a part of this whole, organization, right? Is that my YouTube network, my MCN, right? It's called Dia TV. They're a company or a subsidiary. They're a department, I guess, that's basically run by, well, it's a part of CJ E&M, right? So I have a contract with them and all this stuff. So technically, I'm signed. I have a contract, not technically, but in a abstract way, I suppose. I have a contract with CJ E&M, and they get to do cool stuff. There's a bunch of creators who are doing a video series. It's called Monthly Idol, where I know recently they worked with they got to collab and had Boys 24, a couple of the guys from that, in their videos on their channel and stuff like that. Zipop Mokja and Happy, they're a part of my network as well. They get access to some people. I'm pretty sure that the reason that they got they got to work with Card a little bit is through my network. Because I think is DSP Media kind of owned by CJ E&M or something? I don't know specifically, but they at least have the power to work that shit out. So just being in this organization is cool. It's awesome, and it opens up a lot of different possibilities. I just have to grow my channel to be, worth that cool stuff. Because I definitely think that at some point, like say if I were to grow to be 100,000 subscribers, then they'd be hooking me up with so much cool stuff around KCON, it would be unbelievable. You know? I really fucking hate the whole like, oh, I'm a part of this fandom and I'm here to support. It's like, bitch, who cares? I don't care what fandom you are. Like, I don't identify as a fandom. I don't go to, even though I would say hey, I'm a Fornia or whatever the hell. I don't go to other groups' YouTube videos and say, oh, Fornia here to support. This is a really good song. I hope they do really well. Who cares? You're just you're not I'm gonna say you're not really a fan of K-pop. You're a fan of this group, and you're going and saying like, oh, this song's really good. I like this song, but I'm not really a fan of that group. I hate those comments. Those, per X fandom here to support X group. Hope they do well. Fuck off. I don't mean to be super harsh about it, but it's so, I think, disingenuous and fake. And everyone does it. It's not just BTS. Everyone does it. It drives me insane. Oh my god. And then that too, right? Leaving those sort of comments is like, oh, I'm a part of this fandom, but I'm here to support Buddha, just really kind of reinforces the tribalism and all of that exists in K-pop. Like we're like if you're I'm a part of this fandom, you start saying stuff about my group and stuff like that, then I got to go on the offense or the defensive, whatever, and attack you or defend myself and my group. It's like, come on, really? And it's really kind of epitomized, right, with those. I don't even know if it's a thing anymore, but I know maybe a year or two ago, 2 or 3 years ago, there were the things where, people would draw up these maps, whatever, of group popularity as if they were countries, You know, like who has the most land because we're so popular? Like who gives a shit, right? It doesn't matter, right? And it's just a shitty attitude to have. It's like I mean, it's really bad because I mean, like I think that those people, I don't know. I mean, like on one hand, they're responsible for the growth of the genre and stuff like that, but on the other hand, you know, the people that are not aren't whatever. I don't even, that didn't even make any sense. I realized that, but it's whatever. It's whatever, man. You know, as with everything else, man, we just live life like the dude. Like it's like your opinion, man. You know, the dude abides. Just chill. Nothing's important. It's not really important for me to be all worked up about this stuff and care. But you know, sometimes it gets under your skin. It gets all freaking annoying. Stop. Wow, surprised that it's fans of the largest freaking groups in K-pop. I'm shocked that the most popular groups apparently have the most toxic fans. They're really just the most noticeable. You know, but at the same time, you know, groups of fans of small groups are that are just the groups in general, which are just humble and have that whole thing about them. Who aren't even competing against anybody else because they just don't have really any of the hope and expectation of selling well or charting well or winning a music show or doing anything like that. Their fans are the most humble and coolest, the most laid back people with their enjoyment and support of their groups and the K-pop music in general. But when Twice and G Friend and whoever the hell else are going head to head on music shows, and it's a competition of who's sold the most music, who's sold the most albums, and who's had the most music video wins and stuff like that. As a way to determine who's number one. Then that brings out all the terrible people. It's the competition. It's the competition. It's just competition in general that brings out the worst in people. You know. I know. I mean, it's not really. Of course, it's not really. A judgment on those people. You know, it really isn't. It's just the nature of the game. Especially when every week you go on you're promoting, you're trying to win 7 music shows or awards on 7 different music shows every week. Or you're trying to win music M Countdown or Music Core or Music Bank or whatever the hell else there is out there. People want to win those and they're important to them, and then as a result, because they take into account music video views and album sales and stuff like that, then the fans at the top take that stuff really, really seriously. Yeah, you do have a point about fans coming out of nowhere when groups disband, but at the same time, like I'm a fan of a lot of groups, but I do it quietly. I don't advertise myself as like I'm a multi fandom of like these 10 different groups, because I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a multi fandom fan or whatever the hell else too. The labels are stupid, I think, but I wasn't going out and shouting from the rooftops every opportunity that I got that I was a fan of Rainbow, that I really liked Rainbow, or that I'm a really big fan of Ladies Code or any of that other stuff. I just I just don't go out and proclaim my fandom because it's I don't think that, being the fan of a group really should be the, identity or the thing that identifies me, or part of my identity, I guess. Because that's what I think, that's really what it comes down to, is like, well, I identify as a fan of Twice. And, it, I don't know, it's all my views and stuff like that, of course, are just, I guess, weird and probably wrong, misguided, misinformed, and whatever. But, oh well. I mean, I can only, of course, make judgments and and stuff off of the behavior and the comments and stuff that I've personally received, and the behavior that I have personally observed on the internet. So, I just see it's like everyone has this identity crisis where it feels like they have to identify as a fan of some group. Where, I mean, like, I'm just here, like, I'm a fan of K-pop. I like K-pop, man. Or I like Korean music in general. How about that? I'm a Korean music stan. How many other stands of Korean music are out there? Rainbow's got Rainbow, and here's the thing: is like Rainbow's got a lot of really awesome songs. Rainbow's got a lot of songs that are going to be good forever. Like I do those throwback reactions and stuff where I'm like, this song is still good, even though it's 10 years old. It's still a kick-ass song. And a lot of the Rainbow songs are exactly like that. I think that Rainbow was, and just the way that was it Pledis or Polaris? I think it was DSP. I'm sorry, it was DSP. Whoa. See, there you go. That's all the knowledge of me being just a K-pop stan. Sometimes it gets all scrambled and comes out the wrong direction. But DSP was very accommodating of what the girls wanted to do personally. Because they had a lot of freedom. If you followed them on like Instagram and stuff like that, like they were off doing a lot of cool stuff for the last couple of years, or at least the few years that I was following them. Um, so they had the opportunity to go and like live their lives the way that they wanted to. We're back. Okay, cool. I guess we're back. That was weird. We're back. That was fucked up. I hate my internet so much, man. Just a little random interruption of the stream, but yeah, I can kind of agree with that too. With the 21's, like, I mean, I didn't really care so much, but then again, that's because I wasn't really a fan. I don't go back so often, so frequently, to listen to old music, so there's that. But I don't know. I do not know. Anyway, so we have gone, I think, probably, I don't even know, because it just restarted, but we were what, I said 15 minutes longer. I think an extra 15 minutes over when I said I was going to finish, or not, when I said I was going to end this stream. So that means that I am going to end the stream now. I have to go to sleep. Still working on getting my routine and my ritual all situated for the morning time, which is not going particularly well. I'm making slow progress on getting that kicked in. So I'm going to end the stream, and to answer one last question, I see you there. Asking me if I like CLC's new concept, and I do say 100 billion trillion gazillion percent yes, I do like CLC's new concept. I love it. I hope that they stick with it. They just don't ever quit that concept, and they will be cool. I don't care if they're not getting. I think seeing Casper as the hidden card, having listened to her last to the her solo song, her solo debut, something. I would like to see her as the hidden card. Also, Jisuk would be cool as well. But they gotta throw a couple members of Ajax in there as well, because Ajax is dead. They're flatlined. They need a little defib to get their heartbeat going once again. But just for the survival of Ajax, man, they need a little teeny tiny boost. So that's like I said, we're finished with the stream. Do appreciate everybody for coming out. I've delayed the ending of it for a little bit longer because we had some questions, but I'm finishing it off. We'll be back next week, Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Be there. Or if you're not, then you can catch the replay, of course. You can always catch the video on VOD. It'll get uploaded to YouTube and then published when it is ready. So that's going to be it, dudes. I do appreciate everyone who came out. The chat was awesome. We talked and, had some good discussion. Talked about a bunch of variety of cool things. And I will see everybody next time. Goodbye.